Hi, my name is Kaysian Gordon from Kaysi Gordon Financial Planning. And today I wanted to talk to you about a topic that comes up a fair amount. When should I start investing? Oftentimes I see where, because we hear so much about investing and how the stock market is doing, that we get excited and we want to get into just getting investments going and doing what we hear or friends doing and making sure that we have, like starting our investment journey. But I believe that there's a process to get through and to get to the place of investing. And so today, I wanted to share with you some of the things that you should consider before starting your investment journey. One of those things I encourage those who I speak with is to have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is if something were to happen and you were hypothetically to lose your job, would you have enough to cover you for either 3 months if you're married, so if there are two incomes, or 6 months if you're a single person and you have to cover all the expenses on your own. So that's something to think about. So the way to come up with that number is how much do you spend on a monthly basis, and then multiply it by 3 or 6, depending on your status of whether it's just you alone covering your expenses or whether you have additional income from a spouse or a partner coming in. And once you have that taken care of, then I believe it's time, and you don't have any upcoming expenses, large upcoming expenses that you know you're going to have or have to take care of, then it's possibly time to start thinking about investments. If you have, again, looked at your emergency fund, you've taken care of debt, so you don't have a lot of outstanding debt that's incurring high interest rates, that you've paid those off, you have your emergency fund. Those are some of the fundamental things that need to be in place before you start considering your investing journey. And once you've done that, then you can start saying, okay, where do I want to get in? And while I can't make specific recommendations, I would say looking at broadly diversified investments. So while we hear of the big names, the Apple, the Targets, the Walmarts, just because those are kind of names that I like, those are not specific recommendations. I can't stress that enough. They're not, they're just some of the products that products or companies that we use all the time. So they're easy to think of. Probably having, when you're just starting out in investments, just having all your money in one company name is not the best way to go. You can do really, really well, or you could do really, really bad, depending on the time period. But if you are broadly invested in maybe an index fund or something along those lines, again, not a specific recommendation, but if you're broadly invested, then you can own a basket of stocks that will likely do better than just having one name in your investment account. So that's the way to start. And then over time, you can add to it. I encourage you, as you're starting out, to be broadly diversified, to make sure that you understand the risk that you're taking in the portfolio, and to keep in mind that markets operate in cycles. There will be times that it will be going up very, very nicely, as we did in the period of 2009 to 2020 when COVID happened and the markets and the economy went into a recession, and then quickly rebounded up until 2022 when it started declining again. And now with lots of talk of potential recession again. As far as all the news that I've read, we're not in a recession at the moment. And while people see that it's coming or potentially coming, we're not there yet. But understanding that markets go in cycles, and this is why it's important to not have money that you're going to need in the short term invested in the stock market, because if you need it in the short term and the markets are going down, that's a recipe for disaster. And we don't want you to be in a situation where you're buying high and selling low. We want you to have the opportunity to buy and hold for a long period of time where you can see your money truly working for you. So I hope this video answers the question of when should I start investing? And by no means, this is not a one fit solution for everyone. This is just to educate, which is what I enjoy doing, to educate you on some of the things that you should be thinking of as you are on your financial journey. Again, if you've done all of these things and now you have more in-depth questions as to what should I be doing and how should I be doing it, these are things I can help you with. My name is Kaysian Gordon from Kaysi Gordon Financial Planning. And if these videos have been helpful to you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing the next video with you in the very near future.